we're being joined by
There we go. There we
Hollywood
go.
Adam
By
Swayze.
Hollywood. Exactly. Exactly. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I mean, it's obvious. The thanks are obvious. But, we've been humongous fans of yours. I mean, we follow your movie career all the way through, the beginning when you were a child actor to all the way where you are now. I heard a
Exactly.
rumor you were cast when you came out of the womb. They saw you as a child and thought, as a baby, and you were cast immediately in a Gerber baby commercial. Is that correct?
Okay, so what happened, because there's an actual story about about the whole Gerber commercial. You see, they messed up because they didn't want me. For whatever reason, they didn't want me. They messed up. It's their fault. They could have been so much bigger. But they chose some other kid, and I mean, where are they now? They're what, on like Kroger shelves, right? I mean, who shops at Kroger?
Losers, that's who.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, the rumors are abound, rumor and innuendo, if you will. But you guys have a big show coming up. You wrestle for Northern Wrestling Federation. We've already established that Roger Ruffin brought you in for a lot of money. You didn't say how much, but it's a lot of zeros, if I recall.
A lot of zeros.
And because of that, you have come in to kind of make your mark, and it hasn't worked out exactly like you've wanted. But what do we need to do to change things?
What do I need to do?
No, not
I need to do absolutely nothing.
I said we. I said us. So I mean, I didn't mean you. Of course, I would never include myself with you in any way, shape, or form because I don't deserve that.
You're right. You're right. You see, what? I don't know. I don't really know what exactly you guys need to do. I know one thing that you guys need to do, and that's come to the shows because wasn't it this past Saturday? Were you guys there?
No.
You guys weren't there, so you guys didn't get to see me beat up one half of the tag team champions, take two on that one, David Tyler, and you guys didn't get to see me do that. I mean, they're pretty much the same person. They're not important at all.
Yeah.
So you guys got to miss that, which is very unfortunate for you guys. But and you guys also missed the crowning, the unveiling of the brand new Tri-State title. And that title, I don't know where Nate Pelly or Roger Ruffin or whoever, I don't know their sources behind that, but that championship looks absolutely phenomenal.
It would look phenomenal around your waist or over your shoulder, probably, right?
I honestly can't argue with you on that one. Can't argue with you at all, Matt.
Well, there is some compelling things going on at Northern Wrestling Federation. We do have our ears to the ground even when we're not there. And, we know that there is a situation going on with this former so-called manager of yours that shit the bed and wasn't able to, keep up with the things that they needed to do. And because of that, they're gone, right?
Yeah. I fired her. Okay, so explain this because maybe you can get it through your head or one of the critics watching can get it through their head. I'm in movies. I do movies. And then she gets me for a TV commercial. And not just any TV commercial. No. It's a hemorrhoid cream commercial. And now every time that I go out to the ring, the critics chant hemorrhoid at me. And I don't understand why, because I've never done the TV commercial. I refuse to do it because I don't do that. So I had to get rid of her. I had to. She just keeps failing and failing and failing, so I fired her. She's gone. And now I have spent weeks upon weeks just filled up to my ears with paperwork of resumes and just everybody, because everybody wants to represent me. They know who I am. So they all want to represent me. They can't handle They can't handle me. They can't handle all just everything that goes into just one day, let alone a week or a month or God help us, a year.
Well, I mean,
So
I could see you're even getting flustered just thinking about all this bullshit work that you've had to do.
exactly. Exactly. It is absolutely pointless for me to just, for me alone. Like, do you know how busy I am? And now Adam Swayze, have to just keep going through resume after resume after resume. And now, granted, there are a few that have caught my eye. I mean, I've given them calls and they just, the phone interview, it just doesn't work out, and so gotta let them go there. But it's hopefully one day soon I'll find somebody that can represent me and handle my day-to-day tasks.
Well, I did not do this, all right? The Northern Wrestling Federation Facebook page actually threw my hat into the ring as a possible manager for you. And I thought that was laughable. I don't have any connections in Hollywood. I am clearly a joke. And not only that, but I am bald, and I'm probably stupid and fat too. So there's all those things that just kind of take me out of the situation, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you kind of set it all out there for me, because that is one thing. Because I will admit, her hair was great. I mean, not as good as mine, of course. So that is something that you do have to have in order to represent me. Is you got to have great hair. Of course, not as good as mine, but nobody does.
Oh.
But still, it's got to come, somewhat close.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at least it's not as bad as Nate Pelly. You call him Nate Pelly. I call him Nate Peel. At least this is not as bad as his hair, right? I mean, if I were him, I'd just go bald. I mean, what are we doing here?
I honestly have no idea. Every time that they come up to me and they go, "Hey, it's in your contract. You got to do a few episodes of Bustin' Loose." We all know that it's a hassle for you because you're so busy, but please, please, please just do it. And I feel bad for them. Of course I do. And so I do a few episodes of Bustin' Loose, and of course it's unfortunately with Nate Pelly. It's not with Swinger. I would much rather it be with Swinger because Swinger knows his lines. Nate Pelly, he just tries to stick his nose in there. He doesn't understand that I'm the host, I'm the star, just like here. I'm the host, I'm the star. And he just goes off script. He wants to do his own thing, and it's frustrating. It takes up more time out of my busy day.
That's ridiculous. I understand. I have my own issues with the Swinger, so those do not bleed over into any issues with yourself. Hopefully, we can keep that separate. I don't know.
Swinger's a great guy.
Well, I don't know he's got an issue with me, and I don't know what it is. But maybe it's because I'm fat, stupid, lazy, all those things. I mean, it could be those things.
Probably.
I'm sure it's legitimate, but at the same time, I don't know what that guy's problem is. I try everything I can do to help you guys. There's no Swinger T-shirt that I can buy. I probably would have bought one if there was one. I mean, so.
Well, there's no Swinger T-shirt, but you see, if you would have been there Saturday night, you would have seen it, but you didn't. You see, I contacted someone in Hollywood. His name's Alex. He costs way too much for you guys, but I will be having these Hollywood Adam Swayze T-shirts, hopefully available next week, December 9th. That hits in Covington, Kentucky, for sale. Don't even get excited because you can't afford it.
Oh, okay.
But hopefully, he's working very hard to get me a lot more because the critics they love to boo me, but they also love to buy my movies, my DVDs, my VHSs, my T-shirts, my autographs, my pictures, everything. So.
Well, I know that an autograph from you costs at least $500, and that's on a scrap piece of paper. All right.
Yeah.
On one of those T-shirts, how much are we talking for an autographed Adam Swayze Hollywood Adam Swayze T-shirt?
Easily $1,000.
Okay.
That's the lowest I'll go. 1,000.
Okay. All right, that's good to know. We'll start saving up, and hopefully we can get that sometime soon. Because I would love to have that hanging behind me next to my signed Kenny Omega picture and my signed Tommy Emmanuel picture. You know, that would be awesome to have one of those. I mean, why are there not 8x10 headshots? You know, as well. I feel like that if we had some of those, you know, we do have contacts in the wrestling world, so we could at least hand those out to wrestling promoters. You know.
You could, and you see, I I've had headshots done. I've had thousands of them done, but for whatever reason, it's UPS or the mail or FedEx or whatever mailing thing, whatever they want to call themselves. Just somehow they get to the people that print them off, that make them, that, you know, once again, take time out of my day, and then something happens in with that middleman, and they probably are taking them. They're honestly probably taking them and trying to
Oh
sell
my
them on
God.
eBay
What are
or
they?
something like that, because everybody's a bum here, and they just want to profit off from me.
I can't imagine what they're doing with them. It's probably something lewd, crude, and something else that rhymes with those two words that means disgusting. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that now I have another question for you. It's very important. At FanFest this year, you hit the swinger, I believe it was, with one of these clackboards, right? And you had told us that
Mhm.
you had truckloads of these things, but we haven't seen one since then, since you destroyed it. Is it just like you were tired of carrying it around? I mean, you need someone to carry it for you, which maybe is a good idea there. What are
See,
we thinking?
now, one, yes, I do need somebody to carry it around. That's actually genius. But you see, because isn't that like one of your guys' most listened or watched podcast episodes? So obviously, a lot of people liked seeing me with the clapboard, and I don't like them enjoying things that I do unless if it's my movies. So if they want the clapboard, they're gonna kind of have to cut it out with wanting it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you 100%. Now,
Yeah.
we've never asked you this, and I mean, obviously, you are a humongous influence on others. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But when you were a young, being rejected by Gerber, as soon as you're born, which is a bunch of bullshit. If
Yeah.
that's the case, uh, who inspired you to be the great actor that you are, and when are you going to make your directorial debut? Those are the things that I'm wondering.
Um, the person who inspired me to be a great actor was me. I mean, I could take something from my parents right in front of their face and then act my way out of it, and they wouldn't believe that, and they wouldn't believe that I did it. They would be like, "Well, it can't be him. It's got to be something else. Look at him." And so I mean, obviously, I just sat there and thought, man, if I can outsmart them being 2 years old, just imagine all the other people that I can pull into disbelief, that I can release their thoughts on disbelief and make them think that I am something that I'm not.
You don't make them think, you make them know.
Exactly. You know what? I'm kind of, you know what? Send me your resume.
Okay.
Send me your resume and I might look over it. I might. No promises, but I might.
Well, I think that what you need as well is you need one of these flunkies, I mean, who? Christopher Michael Lotus, or maybe I mean, you trust the swinger. Maybe he could do it. He's kind of a flunky. Maybe they need to be going through these resumes for you.
So Christopher Michael Lotus, he should be carrying my bags, honestly. I mean, look at him. He's the definition of a bum right there. Okay? I mean, I beat him twice. I beat him 2 out of 3 times. So, and that last time, he got lucky. Very, very lucky. There were people taking pictures, a flash caught my eye, and then all of a sudden I just see his foot coming towards my face. Of course, the flash caught my eye because they're taking pictures of me, not of him. And so he should be carrying my bags, but I'm not going to pay him to carry my bags. Are you kidding me? No way. I mean, he could use the money. I mean, look at the gear that he wears. Every week he comes out in a t-shirt. The t-shirt doesn't even have sleeves on it. It doesn't even have sleeves. The guy can't even afford sleeves. Oh my God. I mean, so obviously he needs the money, okay? It's just There's so many people that have applied that want this, that want this opportunity because it can turn anybody completely famous, 100% famous. They're gonna be billionaires, maybe billionaires. I'm the billionaire. They're probably gonna be millionaires, but
Well,
just so everybody wants it because everybody wants money. Everybody needs money.
there's a term in wrestling called getting the rub. I mean, if you are gonna be the manager for Hollywood Adam Swayze, there's no bigger rub you can get than that, right?
Exactly.
Jeez.
Exactly. Like people, it blows my mind that people are still trying to go after all these championships. It's like, no, no, no. Being my agent, being my manager, call it whatever you want to call it, that's the true title right there. But people just don't seem to get it.
Well,
Blows my mind.
when are you going to make your directorial debut? I think that is an absolute, necessity. All these Yahoo directors. I mean, we know you kind of direct every movie you're on anyway because you're telling people, you're standing in the wrong place. Hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. I mean, we know about the
Exactly.
Christian Bale type, kind of things that you've done on set, and all those are clearly justified. I mean, all these fucking idiots walking through the back, la da 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 da. I mean, what are they doing? So it's good that you get on them. Somebody needs to do it, but at the same time, when are we going to see you get credit as a director?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have anything in the works right now because, I mean, like I said, I'm more worried about the agent because there's too much stuff on my plate right now for one person to handle. So I need to, or at least for me to handle, I need to pass it off to someone else. So that's my number one goal right now is to find that lucky person. And as for directing, that's going to come up in the future for sure. I don't know when, but definitely sometime in the future.
Outstanding. Well, we know you aren't doing any commercials. We know you have what's your big match coming up here on Saturday at Hits in Covington? I mean, who are you facing this week? Do you know?
So, December 9th in Covington, Kentucky at Hits, I take on legendary Larry D. And here's the thing that makes me mad about legendary Larry D. is that they put legendary in front of his name. Why? What has he done? What exactly has he done? Like, they put Hollywood in front of my name because without me, Hollywood wouldn't exist. What's the legendary thing that Larry D has done? Nothing. You want to know the most legendary thing he's going to do? He's going to lose to Hollywood Adam Swayze December 9th in Covington, Kentucky at Hits.
I can't believe that that's going to happen. Did you hear that lawyer, Kevin Lee Davidson, he got a settlement for some lady because Larry D fucked her mom? Do you know that?
I didn't know that at all.
Wow.
No.
All right. You got to check out the last episode we did. Man, it's some serious business, So, I mean, Larry D, he's been fucking moms all over the place, and it's got to stop. I think that it's your, mission in life needs to be to stop Larry D this Saturday and let him know no more,
Yeah. I'm gonna stop Larry D. I'm gonna stop him doing whatever he's doing to people's moms or whatever. And I'm also gonna stop his wrestling career. That's for sure.
Wow. Okay. I would say that's a bold statement coming from anybody else, but from yourself, that makes a lot of sense. We've seen Larry D all over the place. We just saw him on Saturday night. He got pinned by Nasty Nate Gnarly.
Well, do you know what? I really hope that Larry D likes getting pinned twice, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row, because he got pinned by Nasty Nate Gnarly last week, and he's getting pinned by Hollywood Adam Swayze this week.
Well, I'll give you a little tip. It turns out he's weak in the testicle area, it turns out. So apparently if you can get a blow in there behind maybe when somebody's not looking, that can help you win. And I know that you always win all your matches fair and square, one way or the other, but at the same time,
Exactly.
just throwing it out there. So
I do. 2 weeks ago, I won it fair and square with Justin Lane. And then doing a low blow on Larry D with the referees not looking. You see, I got a problem with the referees, and you would have known this if you would have came to the show this past Saturday. But that referee decided to pull hemorrhoid cream out of his pocket. His pocket. He didn't pull it out on anywhere of me, but he pulled it out of his pocket, blamed it on me, said it was mine. Got me all fired up, tried to expose me to this crowd as this person that does hemorrhoid TV commercials, does all that stuff. I don't do that. Everyone in the NWF is trying to just milk more money out of me because that referee's already being sued. Do you remember that dream team I was talking about at FanFest?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're already on the case.
Good. Well,
as soon as it happened, they were already on the case.
Which referee was this? Was this the?
It was the skinny balding one. That one.
Oh my God, the man who sometimes in his off time he rides the stars. I hear, but yeah, he.
I don't know about that.
So,
but
well, I'm very sorry about that. That gentleman and the referees at NWF are buffoons, and there's no doubt about it. We've seen them screw things up time after time after time, and sometimes they seem to have superhuman strength. And, by pushing people back into the corner that are much larger than them. And then other times, the wind blows and they fall down and are unconscious for 10 minutes.
I'll tell you what needs to happen. I need to get in contact. I need to call back to Hollywood. I need to make a few calls. And we need to get some actual referees down here. Not these goons that like to screw me over, that like to expose me. Or any goons that just go out to that set and they just make a mockery of the film that I'm trying to make. Because that's honestly all that they do.
They're company stooges employed by Nate Peel and Roger Ruffin.
I can't argue with you on that.
It's ridiculous.
I can't.
Well, we try our best as audience members to keep them, in check. But sometimes when yourself is in the ring and there's this glowing aura in the room, it's distracting and it's hard for us to do our job. So I apologize profusely that I haven't done my job better.
You should. You should. Apology not accepted, but you should. So
I will feel shame, going forward. Well, Adam Swayze, this is an incredible interview, as always. This was guaranteed to be our top, my top show of all time. If we ever have you on again, there's a chance we could beat it. But that's the only time we'll ever kind of do what we've been able to do tonight. I know you're a very, very busy man, and I just was wondering what other messages do you have for us? What else can I do to help you?
One, don't miss out on another NWF show, so that way I don't have to come on here, get you more views, get you all this stuff, get you more money, and explain what happened last Saturday night. That's one big thing that you can do. Another big thing that you can do is that when I go to the set and you're one of the extras, listen to what I say. Write it down. I know you guys got the notepad. Write it down word for word. Make sure you got your lines, so that way later that night when you go on your podcast, you don't mess it up.
Did we mess it up?
You've messed it up a few times.
Really?
Last month in Fairfield, I believe all that you said was you compared me to everyone else, saying that I just said, go put this on your podcast. When I didn't, take two, I said, write it down, best match of the night.
Oh, shit. Well, there I go. This is another reason why I could never be your manager, because I just...
You don't know your lines.
I don't know my fucking lines. That's just it.
No.
Jeez. Well, yeah. I will, tonight I have a torture room set up in my bedroom, and I will flog myself several times on the back And you know,
Hey, what you do in your personal time's on you, buddy, not on me.
but anyway, I deserve punishment in one form or another. Just please don't stop talking to me. Don't take your light away from my life. That's all I ask.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Adam Swayze, thank you so much. Anything else I can you want to say?
Just everybody watching, you included, be sure to make it down to Hits in Covington, Kentucky on December 9th. We're gonna have so much action going on there. Abyss, the monster Abyss from TNA, he's gonna be there. Yours truly is gonna be there, taking on legendary Larry D. Just stack card. So make sure you get out there. You know, if any of you bums are working a 9 to 5, if you guys for whatever reason work Saturday nights, which you shouldn't, but you guys are pretty much poor and you guys need the money, so make sure you request it off from your work. Come on down to Hits in Covington, Kentucky, December 9th. Be there. Watch me beat up the so-called legendary Larry D.
All right. Well, we'll see you then. Thank you so much, Adam. Mr. Swayze, excuse me. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you soon, okay?
All right.
Well, guys, there you have it. That was tremendous. Hollywood Adam Swayze gracing us with his presence, telling us all kinds of wonderful things about his life, about his career, the things that he needs from us, and that he's going to beat the shit out of legendary Larry D on Saturday, December 9th at Hits in Covington, Kentucky for Northern Wrestling Federation.